What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Neeks Sports. Real Sociedad nil, Manchester United 4. Bruno. He goes on sporting like Cristiano. He goes left, he goes right, makes the defenders look. He's our Portuguese Magnifico. 4-0 in Turin, away from home. We know Sociedad weren't at home, but that's not my business. I don't give a damn. I don't care about all of that. Manchester United. I mean, we're through. I'm saying it. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's not anything that you wouldn't know already. Man United are through to the last 16 of the Europa League. I know we've got another leg to play, but if we don't go through, and I'm not even really contemplating it, all these players and the manager and the coach should be sacked. As a matter of fact, dissolve the club. Dissolve the club completely if we don't go through. What a bloody performance and what a bloody result. I mean, the game just started end to end. I say started, it was end to end. It was end to end throughout in reality, but we fully deserved that win without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, a brilliant performance. It could have been 1-0 early to Sociedad. Adnan Januzaj picked up the ball after Bailly, I don't know what Bailly was doing, sleeping clearly, picked up the ball and curled it just past the post, just past the upright. Rashford then had a great chance, ball over the top, and he took it down, but just as it bounced, he took the shot as it bounced, and the keeper came out. I was a bit annoyed that he missed that chance. Like, it's one that I would hope he scores, but it was a good save. The keeper rushed out, so by the time he was about to hit it, there was nowhere really that he could have gone. I mean, at a push, a Lionel Messi chips the keeper, maybe, but the ball's up, the keeper's coming out. You can't really look at two things at once, I guess. So it'd be harsh. I think it was a good save for that one. Isak goes up the other end. Again, the defending, it wasn't Maguire's fault, but he kind of ran in between Maguire and Bailly. I don't know what Bailly was doing again, let him run off him, and he has a shot that's saved by Dean Henderson. But after that, we were the better side. We dominated the game pretty much after that chance from Isak. As I said, it was end to end, so they were making attacks, they were going forward. But how much? So Shane goes, Ahmad, man of the match, no debate. But yeah, how many real, shots did Dean Henderson have to save? He made 2 saves in the end, all game of their 7 shots. 2 of the shots were blocked. I think Maguire, Bailly, good game. In the end, the first few minutes a bit shaky, but a good game. Had a good game in the end. I like the fact that we were pressing high, and you can do that when you've got Maguire and Bailly. Yes, the balls are going to go in behind, but Bailly's got the pace to recover. I mean, we know Maguire and Lindelof don't, so it doesn't allow us to press as high as we really should be. We really should be pressing, and you saw today we were pressing high. And we spoke about Real Sociedad before. Everyone spoke about Real Sociedad, and we know at the time when the draw was made at the top of the league, they're no longer there. They've been a bit inconsistent in the last month or so, but they're sitting 5th in La Liga. We know we've struggled against Spanish sides, I'll say over the last 10 years at least. And they are a good passing side, but as Hala Madrid says in the comments, La Liga has been a disgrace. So if they've been a disgrace and they're sitting in 5th, then maybe this is something we should have expected, but maybe it's a bit of pessimism from Man United fans, including myself. I said, for me, if we put out our best team, I think we win. If we put out a weak team, so like 11 changes, we probably lose. But if we make, let's say, half, I'll go for a draw. So when I saw the team today, obviously Henderson's in for the hair, that's fair enough. Bailly, they only made Bailly as a change. Bailly and Telles. But for me, Bailly, Maguire, and Wan-Bissaka are our best 3 out of our best 4. So for me, that's already a great lineup. And then you got Telles, who put a brilliant pass through to Rashford earlier, in the first half. And then you got a midfield 2 of McTominay and Fred. I didn't even have them in my team. I would have rested them up for Newcastle. And then we had Greenwood on the right, Rashford through the middle, and Dan James on the left, of course, Bruno Fernandes. So it was a strong team, to be fair. The only second choice player, the only weak player we had on that team in reality was Dan James. The only one. If we're looking outside of our first team, of course, Pogba gets in when he's fit, but Dan James. Tellez, Luke Shaw, we know Shaw's better, he's been better this season, but Tellez was good. And Dean Henderson's a competent keeper. So we didn't really put out a weak team. It was a pretty good team we put out there. And yeah, we should have won that game, but the way that we won it is definitely not what I was expecting. I tell you that for absolute fact. Damien Perez says, looks like Man United make it to another semi. Hopefully we do, and hopefully we go one step further, or two steps even. Just get to the final, and hopefully we can win the competition. Oh, Arsenal 1-0 down. I know Aubameyang missed an absolute sitter in the first half. Pizzi penalty. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's good. Benfica, that's not easy tie for them. Not easy tie at all for Arsenal. Man the match for the Welsh Sonic. He was good as well, Dan James, and he got his goal after Bruno, I guess, robbed him of a goal. No guarantee he was going to score from there, but that pass from Marcus Rashford into Dan James, brilliant pass. And he's been doing that a lot, even from he came out from lockdown. He's been playing a lot more of as like inside, not inside forward, but inverted winger, where he getting the ball and looking for those diagonals, whether it's to the other side of the pitch or through the middle. He's done that a lot into Martial. I remember the goal that he scored against Crystal Palace, actually. I think he picked up on the right, fired it into Martial from a bit of a distance, and then came onto it afterwards. I think it was a 1-2, sat a man down and scored. But he's been doing that a lot, so that was a very, very good pass. He missed the easy chance at 0-0, and you're thinking, like, it's a brilliant ball. I think from Tellez to Bruno. Bruno squares it to Rashford, and I'm just waiting for the net to bulge. And the keeper saved it. But he has to score that. You know, good save from the keeper. Cool, you come out. If the hair saves it, we're like, oh, brilliant. Dave saves it. Good save from the keeper. Cool. But Rashford got to score that. But he had a good Ramsey in the comments. Tips on how to win a Europa League game. Bro, this is your competition. You lot live here. So I expect you to beat Benfica. Maybe get a draw today, away leg, get away goal, cool. They're not even at home. But apparently your second leg's not at home either. Is that true? I don't know. But I expect you to beat them. No excuses. None. But yeah, little dink ball over the top from Rashford for the first goal. Oh, Saka scored 1-1. Bloody hell. I hate this team. Bloody Saka. Yeah, see, you're through. I told you, listen. I expect it. I expect you to beat Benfica. Premier League. You are repping the Premier League. Bloody, we take their best players, the likes of Bruno Fernandes from Portugal. We don't get embarrassed by them. But yeah, good ball over the top from Rashford and Bruno. I don't know what the keeper was doing, but Bruno goes around the keeper, empty net, 1-0. And it was plain sailing from there. Absolute plain sailing. As I said, brilliant ball from Rashford into Dan James, and Bruno finishes off for 2-0. Rashford gets a goal. I think that was a ball from, who was that ball from? Taylor's or Fred? Can't remember now. I was actually on the dugout, football dugout at the same time I was watching the game, so I was a bit in and out properly. But good ball. Rashford runs onto it, slots past the keeper, 3-0. I thought we should have scored. Well, that was actually, there was a goal that was called offside. It was the Bruno's goal actually, and I had to check that. Oh, the goal's been disallowed. Come, Ramsey, why are you not giving me the updates, Ramsey? Why are you not giving me the? Hey, you're not giving me the update. He disappeared. Look at them, Arsenal fans disappear. Yeah. So Bruno's goal was disallowed first, and that was checked. And when I saw the replay, I was like, no, he's in line. He's actually slightly behind, but I thought he was in line with the ball. Oh, goal given. What's going on? I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm so confused. How can it be? Yeah, I'm confused right now. But let me focus on this game. We will get Ramsey's review at 10 o'clock once Arsenal are finished. But yeah, James had a goal disallowed from a Mason Greenwood pass. I was thinking, that would have been good for him to get, but he got it in the end. Ball down the line, and he just runs through and slots it in. inside the keeper's leg. It came with the keeper's inside step, and it nearly came out to Diallo. Diallo was closing on the back post, and he could have come on for, to tap it into an empty net for his debut goal, or first goal on his debut off the bench. But let me know, what did you think of Diallo's goal? The link's in the comments or in the description, by the way, if you don't want to come in and have a chat, let me know what your thoughts on the game. But in terms of Diallo, what did you make of him? And what did you make of our performance? Because I think it was a good performance for a game that we were all worried about. Partly, yes, to do with Sociedad, but also because we've just been off form. I mean, what does that mean for Man United going forward? We know, we can rest up completely in the second leg. Hopefully, the likes of Van der Beek are back. They can get games. Mata can possibly play, etc. But what does it mean for Newcastle? I mean, we know that Newcastle are not going to come out in the way that Sociedad came out today. So I'm not even expecting that. But I'm hoping that we can somehow return to some form. Today I think the passing was slick. I think I'm just hoping the confidence is back. Yeah, Rashford missed a couple of chances, but he got to go. Bruno, his stats are just, he's a brilliant player. I had the stats up earlier about his goal contribution per game. Let me I'll bring that up as who just came in. Shane, in a second. But he's got I think he's 50 odd. Let me bring it up before I make a mess of this. But his stats are this season. Oh, sorry, since he's come, is absolutely unbelievable. Bruno Fernandes. I will find it in a second. Of course, he was the man of the match without a shadow of a doubt. Today, 100% dribble success, 81% pass accuracy, 3 tackles, 3 chances created, 3 shots on target, or 3 shots and 3 on target, 2 big chances created, and 2 goals. So he was all-round performer. There was a stat that I had up earlier. Maybe it was on Squawker. Can't find it. But yeah, his performance. Actually, I know where it was. Give me a second. There was 2. Amad Diallo came off the bench, completed 3 take-ons for Man United against Sociedad, more than any other player in the second half, and he was only on for about 10 minutes. Man United are the first team in over 3 years to score 4+ goals away to Sociedad in a competitive game. Previously was Barcelona in a 4-2 win. Shane, I see you in the background, but I think you're not connected properly. But Bruno Fernandes, I mean, what a player. I'm going to get the stat. I'm going to find it because he's got 51 appearances and 53 goal contributions. It's not even fair. It's unreal. It's fair for me. I'm happy about that. He scored 20 goals or 21 goals in all competitions this season. I can't find the exact stat I'm looking for, but 50 odd goals, 50 odd goal contributions in 51 games. So for me, I mean, I understand why he plays every game. We know we want him to be rested, but he's a match winner. He came off today as well, got a bit of a rest. So that's a good thing. Shane, I don't know what's happened with your device. We've got Damian Perez in the house. I know you're making jokes about Man United getting to the semi, but it was impressive today. It was impressive. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it really was. I thought that Man U played the perfect game against Sociedad. Counterattack, very direct. Especially with that Fred pass. It was a brilliant through ball to Rashford. And, they sliced Sociedad apart. They really did. And they could have actually scored more. And it was a good game by Man United. And it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do in the next game. If they're going to rest some players. Or just...
Well, I hope so. Because, I mean, the run we've got coming up it's not easy. We've got Sociedad we had today. We've got Newcastle on the weekend. Then we've got Sociedad again, but then we've got Chelsea and then Man City. So we're gonna have to rest players before Chelsea, 100%. And I think
Yeah.
Chelsea, they're playing Atletico Madrid next week, so they're gonna play their first team. If we can have a week off, that would be brilliant. I'm gonna come to Shane. 4-0. I don't even know if you expected that. I don't know what your prediction was, but what do you make of that game?
Tactical masterclass, simple as that. I said in the comments that we pressed at the right times, and when we did press, we pressed in numbers and packs. We hunted them down. We played conservative when we needed to. I thought Rashford had a good game, but I think he probably was a bit wasteful in the final third. In the first half, he should have got himself a goal or two. But overall, a very, very good win. And they're not a pushover, Real Sociedad. Even in the first half, I actually thought they'd done okay. It's just the second half that just seemed to have given up. And I think Bailly was a very big factor to why we won today, because Isaac's much quicker than I thought he was. And there was a couple of times where he tested himself against Bailly in a wee sprint. Bailly didn't really beat him, but he kept up with him and slowed him down. There was one incident in the first half where I think that Isaac had the ball at the halfway line, and he got to the edge of our box, but he had to slow down a little bit because Bailly was very close to him, which led to Maguire being able to get time to get a tackle in. And yeah, Ahmad's the GOAT. I don't care what anybody says. Best player ever. Best player ever. And yeah.
It's just crazy that, I don't know I'm not sure what goes through Solskjaer's mind. I'm not 100% sure if it's a case of he thinks Maguire and Lindelof are the better partnership, or it's purely down to fitness, because everyone can see that Maguire and Bailly as a partnership are our best bet. Every game they played together, we look at our best. Like the Everton game in the Carabao Cup, we were brilliant. And I'm talking about, it's not just about defensively good, as a whole team, because we can just push higher up. We can, and he always talks about, Solskjaer talks about wanting to play on the front foot, higher up, wing play, blah blah. You can't do that if you're sitting at the edge of your box. It's just not possible. The only thing you can do consistently is counter attack, because you're so deep in the first instance. I think it's just important. It's just getting a quick centre back is so important, because we know he can't stay fit. But I think we need to use Bailly, for me, like how City used Company in his final season. Where, and I'm not saying that he's anywhere near as good as Company, but you know he's going to be injured. But when he's fit, you play him. Just play him. And if he breaks down, you say, whatever, cool, nothing I can do about it. But when I say play him, I'm talking about in the biggest. You don't have to play him Premier League, Europa League, Premier League, Europa League. But Premier League games, you put him in there, and whatever happens, happens. I didn't even want him to play tonight, because I want him to play against Newcastle. Now, I'm expecting Lindelof to come back against Newcastle. And what's going to happen? Do we have to sit a bit deeper because they've got Dwight Gale, Almiron, what's his name? Alex Maxim. Yeah, I don't know if Callum Wilson's available. I think he might be injured.
The GOAT Joe Linton.
Well, yeah, but listen, what they'll do, they'll get Joe Linton up there, get the ball into him, and they'll have quick people running off him. So we're going to have to sit deeper, which means we're not able to push higher up and play how we want to play.
Plus Lindelof, you can bully him. You can't bully Bailly. You can't bully Bailly.
Exactly. That one position, or literally that one position, it affects so much in our team. That the fact that we just don't have a quick centre back consistently affects so much in the team. It's so instrumental for me. I mean, I was actually talking about possibly going out of the Europa League to focus on the Premier League. I know there's some good teams left still, but do you think there's a competition that we should be trying to win?
Yes and no. If we go through to we should be going through to the next round. But if we go out, is it the quarterfinals after that, or the knockout stage?
No, it's last 16. So this is the round of 32.
Okay, so if we go out, to be honest, Neeks, I'm not too bothered, because we can just prioritize on the Premier League. We don't have to travel to different places every Thursday. Then 2 or 3 days later, have to play a Premier League game.
Yeah.
But of course, I want to win it, because at the end of the day, with Manchester United, we should be trying to win every competition we play in. And not just that, if you win it, you secure Champions League football. But what will probably happen is we'll probably just get knocked out in the semi-final again.
I mean, listen, semi-finals is crunch time in this competition. If we're going to be honest, because
semi-finals are probably more painful to lose than finals.
Are they? I don't know. I'm trying to think of the.
No, because when you're in a final, you can you get excited and on all that and you know what I mean. You get a loser's medal at least. You don't get anything if you're in semi.
I disagree. So if you're a player, maybe, but as a fan, for me, yeah, you get the whole build up of being to a final. But that's the thing. You have that massive build up, and it all just gets deflated. Whereas when you're in a semi, it's like, oh, we still need to win this game to get to a final, which we still need to win the thing. I'm trying to think of the finals we've lost. So we've lost FA Cup final against Chelsea. We've lost Champions League against Barcelona twice.
Arsenal a few years ago in the FA Cup in the penalty shootout.
2005.
5, wasn't it?
2005. Those things for me, like in high, obviously it was the quarters, but in hindsight, if we had beat Portsmouth in 2008 in the quarters, we win that game and we win the trophy. I think it was like West Brom and Cardiff left, and we probably win the treble that year. But I can stomach going out in a quarter because there's no guarantee you were going to win the trophy anyway. When you lose in a semi, there was no guarantee you're going to win the trophy. But if you lose in the final, literally, if you won the game, you're the one. So for me, it's hard. Like I remember that Champions League final.
Harder to swallow.
Yeah, hard to swallow. I remember that Champions League final against Chelsea, and when obviously Ronaldo missed his penalty, and then John Terry stepping up, I just sank in my seat, and I was like, I can't believe it. We've come this far, and we're going to lose on. We took the lead, and we're going to lose on penalties, and then he missed. He missed, and I was like, okay, we're back in it. Like it's like you've come so far. You've gone the whole way. You've gone all the way to the mountaintop, but you forgot your flag. And you're like, oh, damn it. We got to go all the way back down, get the flag just to prove we got there in the first place. That's how it feels for me. So I think the issue at the moment is like we keep getting to semi-finals and losing.
Also, I get your point that losing a final is probably very, very painful. But you've still got to a final at the end of the day. Players would still probably like that they got to a final.
I get as a player. I think as a player and as a club progression, etc. I'd rather lose in the final as a in terms of in the name of progression, in the name
because you got there.
Yeah, because you got there. So you're literally like one step away. Now we're actually 2 steps away of getting there because we haven't got to a final under Sociedad, for example. And I think in this moment, especially because we've lost all these semis, we're going to go into our next semi-final, whenever it is, whether it's this season, next season, whatever competition, and it's going to be on their minds. All right, we need to try and get over it. So I want us to get through to a final just to get over that hurdle already and then get over the next one. But as a fan, for me, it's less painful losing in a semi. Because when you lose in a semi, it's like, okay, I'll give you an example. Which Premier League season was more painful? 2012 or let's say 2010 or I don't know 2004, 5, 6, 2012 because you got so far and lost it at the last, whereas the other ones it was like yeah, if we had won that game, if we had drawn that game, if we didn't maybe we might still have won. There was enough mitigating circumstances or enough other hurdles that you may never have crossed it. So it's just an if, but, or maybe. 2012 is literally, if Aguero doesn't score, we win. That's literally it. If Aguero doesn't score, we win. It's cut, fine, dry, no questions. I think as a fan, on that day, I was in pain more than any other season we didn't win the title. But as a player, you're like, guys, we were only goal difference away. We're gonna do it, and the next season you go and win it because you were so close. So yeah, there's two ways to look at it. But I just hope that if we get to another semi in this competition.
No, but I think the way Ajax went out of the Champions League to Spurs, I think that hurt them more than when Spurs lost to Liverpool in the final.
I guess there's also ways you go out because, yeah, They lost. I think they were 2-0
They didn't
up.
deserve to lose. They didn't deserve it.
They were 2-0 up, and just a moment like that, boom. And I mean, they're 2-0 up. They were 3-0 up on aggregate because they'd won the first leg 1-0. So yeah, it's also the way you lose. It's like Liverpool, Monaco losing to Porto in the 2003 final is completely different feeling to Bayern Munich losing in '99 or AC Milan losing in 2005 because you had it in your grasp and you let it go. So yeah, there's also that as well. But listen, I'm gonna head off. Ramsey's gonna be live in about half an hour once the Arsenal game is done. Hopefully, Benfica can nick another one just for the bands. But make sure you give it to him in the comments if Arsenal don't win anyway.
Oh, don't worry, Neeks. I will.
Man United 4-0.
Can I just take back what I said yesterday? Rashford's better than Mbappe. He's better than Sancho. He's better than everybody.
What I was gonna say is it's another L for La Liga, another L for Spain. Rafa Nadal lost, Barcelona lost, Sevilla lost. Now what's it called? Now Real Sociedad.
Real Madrid.
Granada is winning.
Granada's winning?
Yeah, against Napoli.
Yeah, they're winning 2-0.
Yay, Granada.
How's Real doing?
Granada
Against Salzburg.
Oh yeah, they're also winning, I think.
The only La Liga team I want to be winning in the next week is Atletico Madrid against Chelsea. Rodney, we're just about to go. What you got to say?
I just wanted to say 18 naked cowboys in the shower.
All right then.
What?
All right, mate. Let me ban him. What's his? Yeah, I'll ban that guy. I don't know what that guy. Yeah. I was thinking, I've never seen this Rodney guy in the comment. I'm thinking, who is he?
She honestly didn't look like a troll, to be fair.
I had a feeling. That's why I kept my finger just over the mute button. I was thinking, who is this guy? But anyway, because there is a Rodney that has come on here before, but he has a different display picture, so I didn't think it was him. But thanks for the views anyway. Everyone here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, Man United, we're through. I know there's another leg to go, but we are through.